The Witch Queen brought a ton of new loot to the game, lots of guns to pursue, lots of armor to try to obtain, and it can be a little bit overwhelming at first, but I do want to let you guys know of 4 weapons that have really stood out to me so far. We're going to be doing tons of weapon reviews down the road because, like I said, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of new guns in the game. But so far, there's 4 that are common drops, they're world drops, that have sort of, I've tried all of these out, and these are the 4 that sort of risen to the top for me. And I think you should keep an eye out for them because they may actually become your new best friend this season. So the first one on that list is the AGUMA PR6. This is a lightweight frame pulse rifle. So, you know, they said they wanted to focus a little bit more on lightweight frames, and sure enough, this one is pretty solid. I've already managed to get a couple of Wii runs with it. Over 150 kills on this one so far, but I've used several, and this is the one I really like. It's got an Adrenaline Junkie and Perpetual Motion. Perpetual Motion is just it's just an S tier perk. I love this perk, and I leverage its benefits all the time. So this one pulls a little bit up to the left, so keep an eye on your barrel options and how that might affect the recoil direction. You might want to put on a counterbalance stock, but if it's already perfectly vertical, you might not need to, depending on your barrel options, and you can leverage some other perks instead. But this one is definitely one to look out for. I'm already a big fan of it. It integrates into a couple of my builds quite well, including my Hunter with the trip mines because of Adrenaline Junkie, and it works really, really well with my Secant Filaments build on my Warlock, because of the way that Empowering Rift alters the TTK of this pulse rifle. So moving on to the next option here, the next gun that sort of rose to the top here is the Ragnhil-D. If I didn't pronounce that correctly, I mean, I'm fine with that because I'm an English native speaker, so I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. But the Ragnhil-D, this is an aggressive frame Hake shotgun, and you know, I used to really like the Sommer-led D. Back in year 1, that was one of my favorite shotguns, and this has given me Sommer-led vibes here. So it's an aggressive frame. Mine has elemental capacitor and perpetual motion. So the perk pull is actually really, really good here for a really aggressive shotgun play, and my role specifically is just fantastic for aggressive shotgun play. It's also got assault mag and rifled barrel, a range masterwork. I mean, I got pretty lucky with this roll. I don't think it's the perfect roll, because, you know, for me, elemental capacitor is A tier because it really depends on what class you're running. So I don't like when a perk forces me to change a class in order for the gun to be better, and this one does that. But it is undoubtedly, when you are using the correct subclass, it is undoubtedly extremely helpful. Very big buffs. So, and obviously Perpetual Motion, running and gunning with a shotgun, it's you get those high handling speeds, you get the fast reload speeds. It's all good and gravy. So keep an eye out for this shotgun. You know, I'd be interested to see the testing between this and others, but initial takeaway from this gun is that it's got some really solid range. I've had some one bangs at ranges that genuinely surprised me. So I recommend you keep an eye out for this one. The next one on my list is the Cantata. This is the 140 Suros hand cannon. So this is a 140. You know, we've had lots of 140s in the game, and you know, it's hard to make them distinguishable. Like, what distinguishes any one from any other one? You know what I'm saying? But I really liked this one. This one felt really good to me because I was a big fan of the Minuet in year 1, and this has given me Minuet vibes. So if that was something that you liked the Minuet, or maybe you liked the Annual Skate, this feels like that, but it feels a lot better than the Annual Skate. I know there's some people who really loved the Annual Skate when it came back last season. I did not vibe with it. I mean, I got like the God rolls, and I was like, this thing feels like utter trash compared to like a Palindrome, compared to an Ayaz Luna. I was like, this thing can go straight in the trash. But the Cantata feels really, really good to me. It really does bring me back to Minuet. And it's got this awesome perk in the pool. This is a new perk. You can get it on several guns. But it's got this awesome new perk in the pool called Focused Fury. And I was skeptical about it at first, but then in use, I was getting to the point where stacking some other buffs, like especially with my Empowering Rift, and I'm two-tapping people like crazy with Devour up, and it was feeling real, real good. It was just feeling real, real good. And mine also has the new perk that gives you increased handling after a kill, and it lasts for several seconds, and oh my gosh, you can totally feel it. Like, this thing is really, really snappy, really zippy. The ADS time is like lightning quick when that perk is up. So I had a lot of fun running around with this. I've used about 4 of these so far, and this is the one that I decided I liked the most, so I went ahead and fully masterworked it, and I am digging it. Gotta say, it is a ton of fun, and it integrates quite well into various like damage boosting builds like mine, like the one I'm running on my Warlock right now. Had a ton of fun with it. Highly recommend it. The Focus Fury perk, by the way, it makes it so, I don't know, did I already say this? I don't know. I might just say it again. I can't remember. I'm running on very little sleep because I've been grinding. But anyways, if you land half of the shots out of your magazine, if half of them are precision damage, right? If you hit headshots with this thing, then you're gonna get a damage buff. And it's like, I think it takes it up to 84 to the head, 84 to the head per shot. So, you know, you can go head, body. Depending if they're weak, you can 2-tap. If you've got Empowering Rift or Charged with Light, then you're definitely going to be 2-tapping. Anyways, moving on to the last gun I think you need to keep an eye out for. Last season, we had the Uzume, the sniper rifle from the Nightfalls, and that thing was very, very popular. It was an adaptive... an adaptive frame sniper rifle in the energy slot that could run Vorpal. It could roll with Vorpal, and so a lot of people really, I mean, I've got my snapshot Vorpal roll on my Uzume. Love the thing, but a lot of people are wondering, now that the Uzume is gone and out of the rotation, what's going to take its place? And I think the Fugue 55 is the answer to that question. This is an ideal Uzume replacement because it has 50 zoom on the scope, just like Uzume. It's an adaptive, just like the Uzume. It can roll Vorpal, just like the Uzume. And it's got pretty decent stats all across the board. So I was a fan of this one. I used it for a while, and it was giving me, like, a lot of these guns are reminding me of things in the past, right? The Ogma sort of reminded me of the Nurgle from year 1, except with the torch sight instead. But it kind of gave me Nurgle vibes, those Amalon pulse rifles from year 1. The Ragnhil-D reminded me of the Sommerled. The Cantata reminded me of the Minuet. And the Fugue reminds me of the Maxim, which was the sniper rifle from New Monarchy back when the factions were a thing. So highly recommend you keep an eye out for this one too. I got a Vorpal roll, and it felt really, really good. So I'm going to keep an eye out for a better combination of perks to maybe up the handling speeds. But other than that, I mean, it really does feel... It does feel very good. I had a lot of fun running this thing. So keep an eye out for those 4. Those are the 4 that sort of rose to the top for me so far. Let me know what's feeling good to you. Which guns are you really liking? And what rolls are sticking out to you? Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll make sure to create a Witch Queen playlist. So if you just want to binge a bunch of Witch Queen content, I'm going to be putting up... I'm shooting for like at least 2 videos a day for a while. And at least for this first week. So there should be plenty of content to consume. Thanks so much for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it or found it helpful, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.